Assalamualaikum, my name is Mamhan.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Fatima Ahmed.
And today we're going to be discussing Prophet Ishaaq. Okay, so let's first get started with a little background information on him. So he had two, obviously, parents, his mother and his father. His mother was named Sarah, and then his father was Ibrahim. He was also a prophet. Like, keep that in mind because we're going to learn a couple lessons from that later on. Okay, so one day, this is when Prophet Ibrahim and Sarah, they're getting kind of old at this point, and Ibrahim saw three strange men walking in front of his house. So he was like, come on in, come inside my house. And then he told his wife, Sarah, to go cook them a lamb. He's like, these people are new in our town, let's go cook them. And then they brought them inside. Cook for them. Okay, and then so they brought them inside and they put the food, and then the three men didn't eat from it. And they're like, why is that? And then they figured out it was because they're angels. Angels don't eat.
Angels don't eat?
Angels don't eat. So they were sitting in front of the food and they were just sitting there.
No way.
So the whole reason these three angels came to Prophet Ibrahim was to tell them, they gave Ibrahim good news of a son, and that he should name him Ishaaq, and that his son would also be a prophet. So it's like a lineage, like Ibrahim, Ishaaq.
Oh.
And then we know a little bit about Ishaaq. He was an obedient child. As he was getting older, Prophet Ibrahim wanted to get him married before he died for Prophet Ishaaq. So he was like, I'm going to find you a wife so that you can get married. So what he did is he found this lady called Rebecca, and he put them together, and they eventually did get married. And then Ishaaq, oh yeah, what are you going to say?
At least thinking how shit is that easy nowadays.
I know, it's just that easy, but now...
Prophet.
Yeah, this is a summary of the story, but it was easier.
Wait, are you saying Prophet Ibrahim got married to Rebecca, or Prophet
Ishaq got married to Rebecca because Ibrahim is Ishaq's father. He just wanted him to get married before he died. He wanted to see his son get married. Yeah. So we continue on with the story, and we see that Ishaq and Rebecca didn't have kids for a really long time. And then we see that after a very long time, Ishaq kept making dua, and then he eventually did get twins, and his twins were named Yaqub and Esau. So we can go into a little bit of their story because the Prophet Ishaq didn't have a lot on him. We just know about certain small stories, and we won't be discussing everything, but just this story. But we should know that even that dua is so powerful. He didn't have kids for such a long time, and that when he made that dua, Allah he gave it to him when it was the right time. And when he did get older, he gave him those two twins, Yaqub and Esau. Any thoughts on that?
It was subhanAllah, dua is so powerful.
Yeah.
It can literally make miracles. Whatever, Allah tells us so many times, if you want anything, just ask him. If you want to complain about anything, just ask him. If you just think about anything, just ask him. And he never denies it to dua.
Yeah.
So it's really just about trusting.
It's important to have a good connection with Allah. Even if it's not for dua, just talk to Allah. This happened. Allah, you know what's in my heart. Help me, Allah. It's just a conversation. Keep that good connection, even through your salah. You can always build a strong connection. And then we can go into a little bit about Ishaq's children, Yaqub and Esau. We know that Esau was he was a hunter. He was more strong. And then Yaqub, the child that was a prophet, he was more intelligent and the father's favorite because he was the prophet. And then in Surah Maryam, ayah 49, we see فَلَمَّا اعْتَزَلَهُمْ وَمَا يَعْبُدُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ وَهَبْنَا لَهُ إِسْحَاقَ وَيَعْقُوبَ وَكُلًّا جَعَلْنَا نَبِيًّا. And then ayah 50 says وَهَبْنَا لَهُم مِّن رَحْمَتِنَا وَجَعَلْنَا لَهُمْ لِسَانًا صِدْقٍ عَلِيًّا. And these translate to, so after he had left them in what they worship besides Allah, we granted him Ishaq, Isaac, and Jacob, and made each of them a prophet. We showered them with our mercy and blessed them with honorable mention. So he gave him mercy of a child and also gave them mercy, and honorable mention. He mentioned these prophets in the Quran. This is I'm giving you reward for your strides and your dua that you made to me. And then we just know a little bit about Ishaq, that he's frequently mentioned alongside his father Ibrahim as an example of righteousness. We can look at Ishaq and Yaqub and Ibrahim as all righteous prophets, people that we can look up to, follow in their footsteps, to be like them. Allah praises Ishaq and his descendants for their devotion to the faith, and then his descendants continue to spread the message of worshiping Allah, with many more being prophets, including Yaqub and Yusuf. Ishaaq is remembered as a righteous man, and then we can learn some valuable lessons from this story.
So the important lessons of the story is the importance of patience. It's maintaining righteousness through regeneration, divine mercy and intervention, and gratitude for Allah's blessings.
So it's important to remain patient in all the hardships Allah tests you with and anything you're given in this world, and make dua when you face that. Not only in the good times, but also the hard times. Sabr, patience, everything. Always make dua and have good connection with Allah. I hope you learned a thing or two about Ishaaq. Assalamu alaikum. We'll see you for the next episode.